Alton Brown, coming to you from my refrigerator, which has got. Oh, that's Jan. Okay, so anyway, here we go. Hey, Alton Brown here. You're about to watch Sweets, Treats, and Eats with Howie Morgasen. Yay! What will he be cooking this week? Nobody knows. Will he put a spin on food favorites? Oh, I hope so. And will those grandkids be cooked again? I'm sorry, will those grandkids be cooking again? Because, of course, we don't cook the grandkids, do we? Anyway, it's time for a food adventure. Yay! Did I do it right? Okay, good.
Welcome to Sweets, Treats, and Eats. I'm Howie Morgasen. On this episode, it's Holiday Baking Part 2. So last year, I did a holiday baking episode, and this year I've been talking about my keto journey, so I'm adding some keto baking to it and maybe one or two additional holiday recipes. So why don't we get started? The first thing that we're going to make is I'm going to make some keto pumpkin muffins. And you will see as I start putting this together where the ingredients start to differ from a standard recipe. So we're starting with eggs, and since we're doing a double recipe, we have a bunch of eggs that we're going to put in there. Okay, and we're just going to whisk them around a little bit to sort of get it started. So eggs is very keto. It has a lot of protein and fat, which is good in keto, and they're low in carb. So we have that. Next, we have some pumpkin puree, which we'll put in. And we'll mix the pumpkin puree around a little bit. And we also have coconut oil. So coconut oil has the fat in it, but it's low carb, so it's good for you. So we're going to put in the coconut oil, and then we have also some sugar-free maple syrup, which we're going to get our sweetness for these muffins. And then one more thing that we have is vanilla. And I have some vanilla paste here, which I'm going to just put in like that. And then I'm going to continue mixing this up. And when it gets mixed, I'll be back to add the dry ingredients. So stay with us. All right, so as you can see, the wet ingredients are well mixed. So that is good. So next what we're going to do is we're going to put these over here, and then I'm going to grab another bowl. And now we work on the dry ingredients. So this is coconut flour. Instead of all-purpose flour, coconut flour has no grain in it, and it's low carb. And then we have, this is arrowroot powder. And instead of cornstarch, which is in a lot of baking, which is very high carb, we're going to use arrowroot powder. We have some pumpkin pie spice. We have some salt. And we have some baking soda. So those are our dry ingredients. And I'm just going to whisk those around to make sure that they're incorporated well. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to grab those wet ingredients that I have over here, and I'm going to pour those in. Okay, and then I'm going to mix this all together, and I'll continue mixing, and when it comes together, we'll be back. We'll fill up some muffin tins, and we'll make some muffins. So stay with us. So you can see we have our muffin mix. It's all mixed up and ready to go. We have our muffin tray, and I put some parchment papers in there, so it'll be easy to get them out. My trusty scoop. So why don't we get started? I'm going to grab and basically put it in. You don't want to put too much in, but there's not a lot of rise in keto baking, so that's a good amount to put in there. So we talked a little bit about the difference between keto and regular baking. So the type of flour is definitely one of the differences. Also, things like cornstarch you don't use in keto baking. You sort of use things like arrowroot powder as a substitute for it. So I'm going to put these in here. And what I want to do is show you one other thing, is that I have some pumpkin seeds over here. And these are sprouted pumpkin seeds, so they're more healthy, but pumpkin seeds are normally delicious. And what I'm going to do is put a couple of pumpkin seeds on each one of these muffins. So when they bake, they'll be in the top of it. And I'm going to keep working on these. I have 2 trays that I'm going to put together. So stay with us and you'll see how these muffins come out, and we'll give them a taste. So stay with us. So here we are. Our keto pumpkin muffins look terrific. So you can take a look and see what they look like. They look nice, and the pumpkin seeds on top make a nice touch. So why don't we try them, see what they're like. So I'll pick this one over here. And these parchment liners are great because nothing sticks to them. So as you can see, I can take it out perfectly and your muffin is intact. So now I'm going to take a look. Here's what the inside of the muffin looks like, and let's try it. These are pretty good. I didn't expect that. So you should try these keto pumpkin muffins. They are really good, not too sweet, but just right. And so coming up next on the episode, we're gonna do mini chocolate bundt cakes. Yum. Stay tuned. All right, so I hope you really try those keto pumpkin muffins and you enjoy them. On to the next thing. So now we're gonna do some festive chocolate mini bundt cakes, and I'll show you what the pan looks like in a little bit, but why don't we get started? So we'll start with the dry ingredients. I have some sugar, and I have some flour, and I have some baking soda. Okay, and I'm gonna whisk those together. And the next part of it is I'm gonna take some chocolate and some butter and some water and melt that together. And then when I come back, I'll have that and we'll continue on. So stay with us. Okay, so you see that I have the melted butter and chocolate and water. So I'm gonna pour part of it in, and then I'm going to mix it all mixed in, like that, and then I'm gonna pour the rest of it in. All right, good melted chocolate. So we're gonna mix this up, and when we come back, we will continue. So stay with us. All right, so you can see that ingredients are combined. Now we'll go on to the next, which is, we'll start with one of the eggs, mix that in. That all mixed up. It's important that you get all the ingredients well mixed. So put the second egg in. Like that. And now, next ingredient is some sour cream, which adds moisture. So, the sour cream is in there. This is a 1 bowl, which is really good, and it doesn't require any special mixing equipment other than a little arm power. Okay, then we're going to put a little salt in, and then we have some vanilla. I have some vanilla paste, which adds a lot of nice vanilla flavor to it. Put that in. Okay, and I'm going to continue mixing this up, and then when we come back, I will show you our cute little mini bundt pan, and we will set it up to go in the oven. So stay with us. So I took my batter, transferred it into a large measuring cup, so that with a spout, so it's easy to pour. And here is my mini bun pan, which I have, very inexpensive to pick up. And this makes it more festive. Everybody gets their own mini bun cake. So now what I'm going to do is carefully pour. You want to pour slowly to make sure you don't go over the top. Give it a second to sort of settle in. And you can always come back. So I'm going to continue pouring these, and then they're going to go into a 350-degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. And then when we come back, I will show you how to finish these off. So stay with us. All right, so as you can see, we have our mini bun cakes, and take a look at how cute they are. That mold works really well. They came right out. And now I have a little ganache I put together, some heavy cream and some chocolate. And what we're going to do is carefully, just ever so slightly, drizzle it around. And make sure that you have something under the cooling tray so that when it drips through, it doesn't go right onto your table. So I'll put these through here. Then they're going to sit for a little bit, and then we'll taste them. So make sure you come back. So you can see our mini chocolate bunts are here. We put the ganache over the top. The ganache is some heavy cream heated up and then some chocolate poured into it and mixed. And then it makes this luscious, thick frosting for the top. So I have one over here. So I'm just gonna cut in and give it a try. There we go, that looks great. Nice and moist, and you can get a look at what it looks like inside. It is absolutely delicious. So please stay with us, because coming up next we have pumpkin chocolate chip bars with Joshua and me. So next on our holiday baking episode, we're going to do what, Josh? What are we making?
Chocolate chip pumpkin bars.
That's right. So you ready to get started?
Yes.
Okay. So we have some sugar. We're going to use two types of sugar. We're going to use white sugar, so you can put that in the bowl. Good job. I'll take that. And then we have some brown sugar. So you want to put that in the bowl. Excellent. And then, so you hold on to this, because we have one more ingredient to put in, which is the melted butter. So I'm going to put that in. Okay, and now we need to mix it. So get in there with that and mix it around. Do a good job.
Wet.
Yeah, it's getting wet. Absolutely. So keep mixing. So we're going to mix this for a bit to get it all mixed up. And when we come back, we'll continue adding ingredients. So stay with us. All right, Josh. So we mixed up. Let's show people what it looks like. The sugars and the butter, right? We got it all mixed up. It looks like what? Like wet?
Wet sand.
Wet sand, you're right. So you'll know it's all mixed together when it looks like wet sand. So next, the star of the show, what's
Sweet
that?
potato.
No, looks like sweet potato. Pumpkin. So we're gonna put the pumpkin in, plop. And we're also gonna add some oil. Okay, and then we got one more thing which we can put in, which is the vanilla.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay, go ahead. So it may need some help. You got most of it. Let me just scrape it. Okay. Good job. Here, give me this, and I'm just going to go like this and get the rest of the vanilla out. Okay, so if you want to mix that up, go ahead, mix it up. Good job. Okay, and then we're going to put in a bunch of spices, okay? So we have here, and these are holiday spices, so for the fall. So Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving. So we have cardamom, that spice. Okay, we have some cinnamon. You want to put that in? Okay, we have some salt. You got that?
I know it's sea salt.
Okay, yes, you're right. It's sea salt. And we have some baking powder. Okay, and we have some allspice. And one more, cardamom. So if you want to put that in. Okay, and now let's mix it up. All right, so we're going to continue mixing this so the spices get all incorporated with the pumpkin. And when we come back, more ingredients. So stay with us. Mix and mix. Doing a great job there, Josh. All right, Josh, we got everything mixed in. Let's show people what that looks like. So we had all the spices that we got mixed in there, right? So now we have what?
Flour.
Flour. So we have all-purpose flour. Let's put that in. Okay, and let's mix that around a little bit. Doing a great job on that. I know, it's tough. Stuff got thick. So keep going. Let me know if you need some help. I can help you out.
I don't need help.
Okay, well, you keep mixing. All right, so you've got that mixed in. Now, what we have are, what are these?
Chocolate chips.
Chocolate chips. So we're going to put most of them, but not all of them. We're going to save some to sprinkle on top before we put it in the oven. So I'm going to put in a little more. Okay, and then we'll save these. Would you like a chocolate chip?
Yes.
Okay, help yourself. How is that?
Good.
Good. All right, so let's mix this up with the chocolate chips. So Josh is going to keep mixing this here. When we come back, we will put this in pans and it'll head for the oven. So stay with us. Doing a great job. All right, so Josh and I are back, and you can see that all those ingredients that we mixed together are here. The sugar and the butter and all the different spices and the flour and the chocolate chips, they're all in there. I sort of put a line down the middle so you can see this is a double batch. So we're going to have two pans. This is an aluminum baking pan that we sprayed with nonstick, and then I put parchment paper on it that has a little extra on both sides, so when we go to remove it later, it'll pop right out of the pan. So that's why we did it. So Josh, you ready to fill up the pan?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to hand you
A lot.
that, and you put that in there. You got it?
Got it.
Okay, and let's take a little more.
I can do it.
Okay, there
I
you
got
go.
it by
Okay,
myself.
you got it. All right, so I'm going to get you a little bit more. Okay, so Josh and I are going to continue working on this pan, and then we're going to fill up the second pan that we have, and it's going to go in a 350-degree oven, and then we'll come back and show you what it looks like. So stay with us. We are back, and Josh, look at how great this came out, right? Now, before we put it in the oven, Josh sprinkled some chocolate chips over the top, right, for a little extra zest. So I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out of the oven. We put it in this aluminum pan, and I said that we put parchment paper in, and here's where it pays off. So if we grab by the two sides and sort of pull up, it comes right out, and we put it in the dish, and then we're ready to cut it up, and that looks like this over here. So you can see we made a double batch. So you see that we had two to work with. So they look yummy, and we cut up a couple of small ones here, Josh, so we can try them, right? So if you want to pick one up. Ah, you like that big one, huh? Give it a try. What do you think? Excellent. So you really should try this recipe with the pumpkin and the chocolate chips. It's nice and moist and yummy. It's a great dessert for the holidays. So give it a try. Coming up next, more holiday baking treats. So stay with us. This is good. Is it good? Yummy.
Delicious.
Yeah. All right, so we just finished those great chocolate chip pumpkin bars that I made with Josh. And now we have Melanie here. Hi, Melanie. Can I have a fist pump? Boom. All right, and we're going to make holiday bark, which is chocolate and all kinds of fixings. So we have the chocolate melting over here, right? See, it's all melted. So I'm just going to grab the chocolate, okay, and I'm going to pour it into this bowl over here. Okay, make sure we get all that chocolate into the bowl. Look at that. Doesn't that look great?
Yeah. I can see.
Okay, I'm going to help you. All right, so we got all the chocolate into there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is sort of push this out of the way a little. Okay, and then there's the chocolate. Now, what do we have here? Melanie, what do we have here? You want to try one? Okay, and then we're going to put the pretzels in here, like that. Okay, and then what do we have here? Marshmallows. You want one? Okay, then you don't have to have it. I'll put the marshmallows in. And then what do we have here? The dried cranberries. You want to try one of those? No? Okay, so we'll put those in. And then last we have, what are these? peanuts.
Yeah.
Want to try one?
No thanks.
Okay, so put the peanuts in here, and then what we're going to do is we're going to get in here. Help me, grab my hand. And we're going to mix it into the chocolate. Make sure we get it all inside. Doesn't that look great?
Yeah.
We've got to mix, mix, mix. So Melanie and I will keep mixing this, and then when we come back, we're going to put it out on a pan and add some more fixins. So stay with us. Doesn't that look great?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so Melanie and I mixed the chocolate up, right? Okay. Fist pump. Boom. Okay, so now we do is we're going to take the chocolate. I'm going to put it out on the mat here. It's got the marshmallows and the pretzels and the cranberry and all that good stuff in it. I want to make sure we get it all out on here. Okay, that's good. Put that over there. And what I'm going to do is spread it out a little. Okay, I think I'll switch to this one. And then we have a very important job to do. You know what that is?
Yeah.
We have some toppings that we're going to put on here. Just got to spread this out a little more.
What's happening?
I'm going to show you. We got some
I
of your...
want to try one.
Okay, sure. So what do we have here?
Over there.
So take one, try it. Okay, then grab some and just put them over the top like that. Can you do that? I'll bring it closer to you so you can do it. Put them right over the top. Go ahead, drop them on. Great, put them all over. You're doing such a great job. Let's put some over here. Some over here. Go crazy. Let's put some here. Some over here. Okay. Put some over here. Okay, now I have next. That's okay.
I got one.
Okay, look what I have here. Little colored candies. So let's grab some of these. Look, put them around. Can you do that?
Try one.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, you want to try one? What do you think? Wow, crunchy.
Yeah, super crunchy.
Super crunchy. Okay, put some more on. Now, you know what? I got a special one. You ready? I have eyes.
Hi.
So look, we take an eye, we'll put one over here, and you do it in pairs, right?
Yeah.
So we'll put two eyes over here, like
I
that.
want to put some little ones.
Okay, go ahead. You can put some little eyes on. Good job. I'm going to put some eyes over here.
The big eyes too.
Okay, go ahead. You can take some big eyes. I'm going to put some medium-sized eyes on. Okay, should we put some more big eyes over here?
I'll put
And-
little eyes.
Okay. I have...
That's just drop an eye on the.
I know, that's okay. We'll get it later. Let me put some more eyes over
There's
here.
some candy on my apron.
Okay, I'll get that for you. Let's put some more M&Ms on it. What do you think? Let's put some M&Ms over here.
Okay.
Oh, you want to eat some more? Go ahead. That's fine. Okay, some more M&Ms over here. All right, so how does that look?
Good.
So what we're going to do is we're going to let it cool for a little bit, and then we'll come back and we'll taste it, okay? So stay where you are. I'll be back with Melanie in just a bit. All right, we're back, and look who we picked up. Josh is here. Josh, fist pump.
Hello.
Melanie, fist pump.
Hello.
Okay, and now we have the bark, and let's just show Uncle Nick what it looks like. Doesn't that look great? Melanie, you did such a great job. Should we taste it? Okay, so all you need to do is take a knife and just cut down into it like that, and then we cut into it over here like this.
I want to taste it.
Okay, and then let me cut across.
What does it taste like?
And we're gonna.
I like the eyeballs better.
Oh well, let's see if we can do it. So let's give one to Josh.
Yeah.
Okay, don't taste it yet. Let's do it together. And then let me get one for Melanie, and then one for Pop Pop. Okay, you ready? Everybody pick theirs up and give it a taste. What do we think?
The best.
Yeah, good. All right, so what do we say? Can we say season's greetings? Have a happy new year.
Happy New Year.
And coming up next on the podcast, we have Mini Quiches for the holidays, so stay with us. Is that yummy? Oh, yummy?
Yeah.
Say bye, everybody.
Bye. 4 thumbs up.
Now we're going to do some festive holiday mini quiches. And this is one of those dishes that we get some help from the store with. So mini quiches are usually a shell. In the shell there's some toppings and then there's some egg and stuff. So we get some help from the store. In the refrigerator case you will see you can buy pie crust, and when you buy them in the box they look like this, and then when you open them up they look like this. So I'm going to just take a little flour and put it out here, and then I'm going to put this on here, and then just put a little bit on top, make sure it's not sticking. And then what I want to do is I just want to roll these out a little bit. Okay, just stretch them out. It's good therapy too. Okay, and you want to get it, they said, to about, 12 inches or so. That looks about right. So now, after you roll it out, you get a 2.5 inch cookie cutter. That's what this is. And then what we're going to do is just use that to basically cut out these shapes that we're going to use to make the mini quiches. So I'm going to continue on here and cut these out, and then when we come back I'll show you how to put them together. So stay with us. All right, so as you can see over here, we finished cutting up the 2 pie crusts, and we got a little more than 48. The recipe said you should be able to get 48, and so we got about 50 or 52, so we're set there. Now we're going to quickly make the liquid that's going to be poured in for the quiche. So we start out with some eggs, which we have here. And then we have some whole milk. And you really need to use whole milk because it's the way that it thickens the quiche and makes it cook correctly. And then some spices. You can put in whatever type of spices that you want. I put in some onion powder, some basil, some garlic powder, and a little bit of salt. Okay, I'm gonna mix this up and get it into the refrigerator. And then when we come back, we're gonna put the mini quiches together. So stay with us. All right, so now we have our mini muffin pan, and this is a gigantic mini muffin pan. I bought it a couple years ago for holiday baking, and it's really cool. It's got 48 slots in it, which is exactly what we need. So we have these cutouts that we did from the pie crust. We sprayed this mini muffin pan well with non-cooking spray, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna push these in and get them as far in as we can. And then we just keep going, push it all the way down to the bottom and then around the sides, like that. And so I'm gonna keep doing this because I got some work to do to get this pan populated. Then when we come back, we'll put some fixins in. So stay with us. Okay, so we populated our mini muffin pan with our pastry dough from the pie crust. That's all set. And now we have like a mini fixins bar here. So we have some olives, some chives, fontina cheese, cheddar cheese, a little broccoli, some bacon, and some diced peppers. So in order to do it, I'm going to do 2 rows of 4 different types. So that way when I go to take it out, I'll be ready. So the first one I'm going to do is the broccoli and cheddar. So I'm going to take a little bit of broccoli and put it in like that. Remember, these are small, so you don't want to put a lot in there. So maybe a piece or 2 in each one. And then I'm also going to put a little bit of cheese, in each one. And you can use whatever toppings you want for this. It's pretty wide open. And then what I want to do is the next one. So let's do some with bacon. So let's take a little bit of bacon in each one. We got that. And then maybe a little bit of the peppers. And so I'm going to keep going here with the other mixtures. And when I come back, we'll show you what they look like with the fixins in it. And we'll see what's next. Stay with us. So as you can see, we put all our add-ins in for our mini quiches, and now we have our egg mixture, which has been sitting in the refrigerator. And you want to pour very slow because you don't want to go over the top. And you'll give it a chance to settle. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill up this tray, and this is going to go in a 375 oven for about 15 to 20 minutes, or until they look golden. And then when we're done, we will come back and show you what they look like. So stay with us. So look at what we have here. Our mini quiches, check those out. So we have some olive, we have some bacon, we have some broccoli. We have just quite a variety here, and they look great. And it would be a real hit during the holidays as an appetizer or as part of a brunch. So let's see, what do we want to try? Let's try a broccoli one right over here. These are so good. And you can make, all kinds of cool things, all kinds of adding toppings and stuff you can put inside it. Your imagination is the only thing that would stop you. So you should try these. The bacon one looks great. I have some with chives in it, a little with olives in it, some mixed peppers and stuff. All kinds of cool stuff. And if you remember, we did it with the pie crust where it was easy to just cut it out and fill the mini muffin tins. So that's the end of our episode. As a matter of fact, that's the end of the year for us. So I wanted to thank everybody for being on the journey with us in Sweets, Treats, and Eats. And we look forward in 2024 to have many other episodes with all kinds of cool foods and stuff. So stay with us. And from me and my family, we'd like to wish you a very, very happy new year. We'll see you next year. All right, Josh and Melanie, we have the holiday train over here. You guys ready to start decorating? Okay, so I have some stars over here. So you want to grab a star or two, Josh? No, you don't want a star? Melanie, you want a star? Okay. Josh, you want to pick an M&M?
Yes.
Go ahead, I got it. And put them on the white spots. Go ahead, Melanie, put them on the white spots. Okay, do you want to pick a colored ball?
Me.
You want to pick an M&M? All right, just put it wherever there's white. That's great. Josh, you want a star?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Put this there. Done.
Would you like some M&Ms?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, take one. You guys are doing such a great job putting all these different colored things on here. Josh, I'll give you a star over there that you can work with. Melanie, here's a colored ball that you can pick up. You guys are doing such a great job here. Would you like a star? Or you want a gumdrop? There you go. Okay, take the orange gumdrop.
I need a few gumdrops.
Okay, put it up over here.
I need a few gumdrops.
There they are. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And season's greetings. And see you next year. Wave.
See you next.
Wave.
Yeah.
Okay, good job.